everybody, not just makeup artists. It's open for anybody who would love to learn how to apply their makeup on correctly. You'll be able to watch me and see how I actually apply a full makeup. I do always share a lot in my masterclasses. I overshare, so you'll be able to learn everything from skincare right through to airbrushing. So I really hope you enjoy this tutorial today. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram at Chantel Rahme if you have any questions with regards to any techniques or products used today. So firstly, I'm just making sure that the skin is freshly cleansed and completely moisturized. Also, I'm applying now some lip conditioner and eye cream. So you need to make sure that the skin is really well prepped. Skincare is extremely important when it comes to correct makeup application. And now I've sprayed the Mario Badescu Finishing Hydrating Spray onto the skin. Just applying a eye base. So an eye base just ensures that the eyeshadow lasts long and applies correctly on, just to avoid any crease into the eyeshadows, and also to make sure that the color of the shadow comes out quite opaque, and just blending that eye base through. As you can see, I'm also setting the eye base just to make sure that it's completely smooth and there's no air pockets and everything's just nice and clean and polished and ready for the eyeshadow. So now to start off the look, what I'm doing is I'm creating a soft neutral brown through the crease of the eye, just to help build the shadow up. A lot of people go directly into the color that they want. I actually don't do this. I actually find that the eyeshadow lasts a lot longer once you do the layering method. So now I'm going a little bit more smoky chocolate brown onto the edge of the eye. And as you notice, the whole entire process so far, I've used the exact same brush, which is a nice neutral fluffy brush that doesn't have too long of bristles or too short. So I'm just continuing to build the neutral tones in browns, both on the outside of the eye and also on the inside of the eye, closest to the bridge of the nose. So as you can see, again, I haven't gone any darker in the shadow. I'm still using the exact same shadows, but just slightly building and layering the shadow up. Now I'm just going through and blending any harsh lines that might have come up, just making sure that everything's nice and polished and smooth. Now just using a eyeshadow that's slightly more coppery, and I'm just building that tone as you can see it in the video. I'm building that on top of the brown and also on the inside of the eye, closest to the bridge of the nose, just really lightly. It's also really important just to pick up any eyeshadow fallout that might have come onto the skin using a cotton tip and moisturizer. I personally prefer moisturizer rather than makeup remover, as it keeps the skin quite moist, and especially being around the eye area, it helps to avoid any dryness or wrinkles when it comes to applying concealer. And just to add a little bit more definition in certain areas of the eye, I'm using a bullet brush with an almost dark chocolate brown, just very lightly to add definition, just precisely where needed. Now I'm using a chocolate brown creamy kohl eyeliner, and as you can see, I'm lifting the eyelid up and just in very short stroke movements applying that chocolate brown liner right into the lash line to add a lot more depth and to make the lashes look a lot more thicker. And now, just to give the eye a little bit of brightness and to continue that polished look, I'm applying the same eyeliner in the waterline of the eye and on the lower lash line. And just gently fading the liner right into the lash line, just using a very small angle brush with no powder and no product, just simply smudging the existing liner. And just duplicating the exact same thing we did onto the other eye. So just going back through with my blending brush and just blending out any harsh lines that might have come up. And now just using my foundation brush that has no product on it at all, except a touch of moisturizer, just to clean up under the eyes and make sure that both eyes are symmetrical and that there's no shadow fallout. This technique is also quite useful in helping to achieve an elongated eye look, so to help make your eyes look larger. And just going back over the eyeliner with a little bit more of a dark black rather than a chocolate brown, just to add a little bit more depth before applying the mascara. Now, as you can see, while I'm applying the mascara, I'm actually lifting her eyelids up. This will make sure that I go as tight as possible and as close as possible to the lash line to help thicken and lengthen her natural lashes before applying false lashes. Now I'm applying some long individual eyelashes in a crisscross technique. This will help to achieve the most natural lash look and helping the eyes to look more open. So generally I like to apply 4 to 5 individual lashes and just repeating the same thing
onto the other eye. Now I'm applying a cream champagne eyeliner in the inner corner of the eye closest to the bridge of the nose, just to help achieve that nice bright open eye look. As you can see the difference, it's made a huge difference to the overall look. I'm just warming the foundation up before applying it on. This is a fantastic technique if you want your foundation to glide on very smoothly. I'm just applying the colour throughout the face, and what I'm doing now is I'm not applying extra colour or extra coverage. It's actually the exact same amount of foundation that I initially put, but I'm working that product through the skin. So I'm actually buffing it in completely. Don't forget the ears, because ears and the neck are part of the face. And I'm just working that product back and forth, just to achieve a very polished and clean and smooth foundation. Now just going through with a clean sponge and actually pressing the foundation and the product into the skin and making sure that there's no product build-up around the eyebrows or anywhere around the face. Just going through and pressing the product deeply into the skin, so again that there's no product build-up and everything is nice and clean and polished. Going into the concealer now, I like to apply a facial spray onto my concealer brush before applying the concealer product, just to help to smooth out under the eyes and keep under the eyes as moist as possible. This helps to avoid any creasiness or dryness and helps under the eyes to stay smooth. By tapping the product under the eye, it helps the concealer to stay in the one spot rather than dragging the product and moving it from where you actually do need the coverage. Now onto the contouring. I'm using a cream-based product that's approximately 3 to 4 shades darker than her skin. And as you can see, I'm just applying that directly onto the upper part of her cheekbones, just using the upward motions to help blend that in. When it comes to contouring, I don't like to use too much product, so less is best, and again we can always build the contouring up using a powder later if we need to achieve a little bit more of a contouring effect. I like to contour the upper lip as well as the chin and the bridge of the nose. And just going through and blending that in to make sure that the contouring cream is well blended into the skin with no obvious lines. Now we need to go through and set the foundation as well as the contouring cream, just using a translucent powder and in circular motions, just working that through the face. Don't forget the ears, behind the ears, the chin, and just set in the concealer, again using the same translucent powder. Small amount of powder is all you need to keep under the eyes looking quite soft and not dry. Just brushing the brows upwards helps to lift up the eyes and to remove any powder or product that might have come through into the brows. I'm using a brow gel together with a brow powder, and I'm actually just filling in exactly where her brow needs filling in rather than applying too much product and taking over the whole brow. So you need to stand back and just look at your brows and see where there's gaps, where you need to lift, and just apply the product there and continue to brush the brows throughout. Once the brows are done, we can highlight the brow area. I'm using a nice vanilla matte eyeshadow. Just applying a little bit of bronzer throughout her cheeks, just to help emphasize the contouring and give her that beautiful sun-kissed look. Just going through her cheeks, her forehead, her chin. Just giving her that all over bronze look and through her décolletage. Liquid highlighters are actually one of my favorites. They give you that beautiful glow to the skin without glitter or too much shimmer. I find if you just work it in using your middle finger and just press the product into the skin, you get an instant glow that really lasts all day. A little bit onto the tip of the nose, above the lips. This also helps the lips to look a little bit fuller. And if needed, you can just blend out. And to add that extra glow factor, I'm applying a loose shimmer powder, eyeshadow powder, to the center of the eye. The color is in a gold bronze. Look how it just lifts this whole eye look up. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going through with the same chocolate brown eyeliner that I used earlier in the video and just sort of adding a little bit more to the lash line. Now we'll move on to lips. I'm using the CR Luxury Silk Lip Liner in Confident Woman to outline and contour her lips. I'm using the CR Luxury Lipstick in the Nude, is the name of the colour, over the lip liner. Just to add a touch of that sun-kissed look throughout the lips, I'm adding the CR Luxury Lipstick in Sweet Mary, blended on top of In the Nude. And now onto our gloss. I'm using the CR Diamond Lip Plumping Gloss, and the colour is called Expensive. This helps to plump the lips and give an all-over shine. So I'm just going over the cheek area with a little bit more luminizer, just to add a little bit more of that glow factor. But as you can see, we've achieved a really beautiful overall luminous glow throughout not only the eyes, but also the skin and the lips. I hope you've all enjoyed this look today, And please follow me at Chantel Rahme for more looks to come.